Don't get into rent to rent right now, and I am going to tell you why. Hello and welcome to the Property Unleashed YouTube channel with me, Mark Fitzgerald. And why should you not get into rent to rent right now? Well, I'll tell you, it's because the market's saturated, everybody. It's saturated with property investors, with rent to renters, with people wanting to do PLOs, with people wanting to do all the strategies. It's just too busy out there. Nobody can get ahead. Nobody can do a deal. That is what you will hear the people that don't understand what they're doing saying right now in the marketplace. And I'll tell you what, they used to say exactly the same thing 4 years ago when I was looking at getting started, when I was looking at building my own rent to rent business. When I turned up at property events and spoke to landlords and spoke to letting agents, they were all telling me the market's saturated. You'll never get any deals. You'll never get any decent deals either because it's just too busy. There's too many different people trying this. So you're just going to be another noise in an already noisy and crowded market. Did I let that stop me though? No, I didn't. Did I go out there and do exactly the same thing that everybody else was doing? Well, to a point I did, because I went and got educated. I went and learned how to do the strategies. I went and learned how to be legally compliant using the property strategies and building the property business that I wanted to build. But I also didn't go out there and just do what everybody else did. There's certain things that you want to do because they get you results. You want to be talking to agents. You want to be talking to landlords. You want to be going to network meetings. You want to be sending out marketing. As much as people will tell you it doesn't work, you still want to be doing that. Do you want to solely be relying on marketing letters, brochures, or anything like that? No, of course not. You don't want to be relying on any one thing to get you deals, okay? But there's certain people out there that will only send letters because they don't want to talk to agents. There's certain people out there that will only talk to agents because they believe marketing letters don't work. And some won't even bother just going to networking events and putting themselves out there and making connections and meeting new people. So, how do you stand out from the crowd? How do you make a difference? Well, you do them all. You do everything. You do everything that you have to do to get your deal. I was in a corporate job for 16 years. 16 years. Now, some of you might just be starting work in your lives. Some of you might know where I'm coming from. Some of you may be even in the place that I was in. By the time I left my corporate job, I hated it. I loathed it. I did not want to turn up there each day. Sundays, I'd get snappy with the family because Monday was coming around and we'd be going back to work. And all of a sudden, my brain had already kicked in to work mode to, oh my God, another week there. Can I take it? I can't take this anymore. Feeling I was trapped. And do you know what? I was trapped because I was trapped in my own head, plain and simply because I couldn't see how to get out of it. I couldn't see that there were opportunities everywhere to be able to get out of the rat race, to build a profitable business myself, and then be able to grow that and have time freedom, be able to control my own finances and my own wealth. I felt trapped in this vicious circle, and I didn't want to pay for education. I didn't want to actually do too much that felt uncomfortable to me. So like going up and talking to random people, strangers if you like, when they're landlords and things, don't just go and start chatting to anybody on the street. Or you can do for practice at the end of the day. Stuff like that is not going to hurt as long as you're doing it sensibly and you're doing it to the right people, of course. But obviously don't go out there now and just start talking to every random stranger. You'll get locked up. But you know what I mean. I'm having a bit of fun here. I'm having a bit of fun. But you need to be out there. You need to be doing everything. And like I say, I got to the point where enough was enough. Yes, it can cost you money to find these things out, but you can watch these videos. You can listen to the podcasts. You can read the books. But do you know what? The best investment you'll ever make is the investment in you. And I say this all the time. Nobody now can take the knowledge away from me that I have and my experiences and how I've managed to grow my business. I didn't get out there and I didn't just do what everybody did. I went out there and I exploded on top of what everybody else did. I made sure that the results I was going to get were going to happen. Why? Because I put my own unique touch on those, my own unique slant on how I spoke to people, on how I build up rapport, on how I get things to happen, and how I get people to contact me, to call me, and to want me to look after their properties, building up the know, like, and trust. And you can do the same. I do the same now with my students. I don't just sell them rent-to-rent training. You can go and get rent-to-rent training anywhere, and you can get it at a snippet of the price. I sell them the whole business, the whole shebang, not just how to find deals, but how to find great deals, how to get agents, how to get landlords to call you, and equally on top of that, how to build a business that's sustainable and will push you forward and build you wealth in the long term. And you can do this with HMOs, you can do this with serviced accommodation, but don't just typecast yourself to one. Why not learn both? Why not learn how to do serviced accommodation and learn how to do HMOs? Why? Because you never know what deals you're going to come across. If you come across a deal that is an HMO, then set it up as an HMO and nail it. But if you come across deals as well that are perfect for serviced accommodation, make sure you've got the mindset and the knowledge to be able to take that as well. If you do, you will be a stronger investor and you will be a stronger business owner. And then when things happen in the economy and the climate and everything changes, you don't have all your eggs in one basket. You will be a solid and sound investor. And on top of that, the wealth that you make from your rent-to-rent business, you can then put back and start building your own property portfolio, which is what I'm doing now, building up that legacy piece and building up that wealth for generations and generations. My children, I want to leave them a legacy piece. I will use it as my retirement piece first, don't get me wrong, but I will have a legacy piece for my kids, and that is something I can leave them. I can leave, if it's only a speck of dust, a bit of a legacy to help the people that I love. And you can do the same too. If you're in the rat race right now, if you're really not enjoying it and you're hating it, then reach out to us. Come and let us help you and show you and guide you to building your own property business and building it successfully. Get out there and take action and build the business and change your life. Again, I was exactly where you were. I was exactly there, hating it. For 6 years, I was going around in a vicious circle, not wanting to go to work. As I say, Fridays were my woohoo day at the end of the day. I used to love Fridays because we used to finish work about 1, 2 o'clock, and that was us done for the weekend. All right, we had to work some Saturdays and things. You've got to do what you've got to do. But in general, it was happy days then. It was a time that I could actually try and pick the kids up if I could leave in time. And then we had the weekend. But all too often, about noon, Sunday, you'd start feeling it. You start thinking to yourself, oh man, I've got to go to work. I've got to go back there. I've got to do all of this. I've got to do all of that. I just wish I had more time to be able to enjoy my family and love the people around me. And now I do have that time. Now my rent-to-rent business, because I've set it up, I've systemized it. I show other people how to do the same thing now. I spend about 2 hours a week. Now, don't get me wrong. Some weeks, there's a lot more hours that go into it. But on average, if everything's running smoothly and there's no major dramas, it's a couple of hours a week because I have people to sort out all the situations that I have. And I'm still here as the business owner and director if they need me. So they call upon me, I jump to action. But in general, I've got a pretty good life. And you can do the same. So just take action. Just take action and don't ever feel that you're trapped and you cannot get out of this situation. Visit www.thepropertyunleashed.com, where I have a 10-step rent-to-rent guide completely free. We have a masterclass training of 3 modules that will get you started completely free. Let's get you started. Let's gather some momentum and get you out there. And if you're interested in serviced accommodation, and let's face it, most of us are, There's also a 10-step serviced accommodation guide that you can download as well, and that will set you forward as well. And just to top it all off, we have a deal analyzing spreadsheet. What's a deal analyzing spreadsheet, you say? Well, it's quite clearly a spreadsheet that you put the numbers in when you're looking at deals. You put your room rates in, you put in how much your utilities and things are going to cost, and it will calculate everything for you, and you will know then how much you can pay a landlord or a letting agent for a property with confidence, how much potentially a refurb or touching it up or some paint or some legals will cost you. You put the numbers into this fancy little spreadsheet, and it will kick out the results and the answers for you to then make a good judgment on whether or not it's a good deal or not. Again, completely free to you on the propertyunleashed.com website. Go and download them for yourself. They don't cost you anything, just a bit of time. And I'll tell you what, it's time well spent, because these tools that are completely free will help you, can help move you forward, can help get you out of that rat race. So if that's what you're looking to do, then do it. So if you don't want to get started in rent to rent right now, don't bother going and looking. Don't bother taking action, and stop watching these videos, the podcasts, and reading the books, and move on to something else. But remember one thing, yeah? You are your own biggest asset. The biggest and best asset in any of my businesses, and I have 4 property businesses now, is me. Okay? So I invest in me. I don't give my money away to stocks, to shares, to Forex trading, to Bitcoin, to go and get a low return. I put my money in me to get a high return, to get maximum profits. And I know for a fact that if I lost everything today, I wouldn't be out there looking for a job. I could rebuild everything with the knowledge that I have now. You can do the same, and I implore you to do the same. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. There's more videos coming like this all the time. You take care, focus on your vision, focus on your dreams, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.